What's good, everyone? It's your boy Cookie Croc, and today I wanted to go over a few Kenshi save files from the past. I've played a lot of Kenshi, probably about 7 playthroughs in total now, and I have, 355 hours as of recording. Now, a large majority of this has been spent on my later save files where I actually learned the game, but I wanted to go back to my first one and then check out the other ones as well. These are all basically YouTube stuff. I think the only video footage from these save files would be my old mod videos. But right here on 33, I'm pretty sure this was my first save file, as I was just naming it 33 whatever day that was. The save file is now on day 36, and I have no mods loaded right now as my first save file didn't have any mods on it. So I'm pretty interested and intrigued on what exactly I did in these save files, because now that I know the game a lot better, I'm looking forward to looking at how I played it when I first began playing it, and seeing all the things I probably messed up on that I wouldn't have now. Oh shit, here we are. Wow, alright, my first save file. I remember I didn't even get all the way through the base building on this one, I think. Oh, good old Swift, my first guy. I remember him quite well. Let's see, on our map, we got quite a few different locations. I picked up some maps and stuff. Let's see, research. Tech level, okay, so we're at tech level 3. I'm missing quite a bit. But in all, I wasn't doing too bad. Oh, I remember we did have another person in this group, but as I can remember, I'm pretty sure she died. But the story of how I first played Kenshi and my first actual experience in it is still pretty vivid in my memory. So going over to the hub over here where you start out in the game. When I started playing Kenshi at the hub, I went to mining first, of course. I tried to explore around a little bit. I fought some dust bandits and hungry bandits. All the good stuff you do when normally starting your first playthrough of Kenshi on a Wanderer start. My first week in Kenshi, I'd say was pretty chill. I had 2 different recruits. One named Swift, and the other one I'm pretty sure was called Heft. I remember Heft spawned when I first bought Kenshi in the hub, but then after a certain patch or something, the name got changed, or possibly due to mods. But either way, I remember that character teaming up with me for about 3k cats, and then I was just doing a lot of mining, trying to get my money up and stuff. And then that's when I decided we gotta try and make it to the nearest city, which was Squin. When you start Kenshi, you have Squin right here from the hub that you can go to, so I tried to make it out here. And it was right here, just on the road towards Squin, where I remember getting attacked by dust bandits. I didn't have Ruka at the time, and it was basically just Swift and Heft. I remember having to carry one of the units into Squin and then go into the bar to go to the beds, because afterwards from the battle, they were all knocked out pretty bad and pretty injured. But after that though, the game just started to get better, so when I was going into Squin, the recruit Ruka, everyone knows, is a free recruit, so she'll join your team as long as you pass the dialogue check with her. In all honesty, Ruka is a pretty decent character. For now, I didn't know much about the Kenshi world, but all I knew was there's this different race called the Sheks, and that she's missing her horns because her own kind basically disowned her. She also tells you that she was the only one out of her group to survive, which is the reason for them thinking that she's some kind of outcast or something, and removing her horns. But this then led to right after, so I remember only having the 3 recruits, and I'll go to the vein over here. I know it's not even the copper one, because the copper one was too close, and I only remember being able to find iron at the time. I couldn't identify the copper right there. I could only identify what the iron looked like. But I remember I had not set up jobs yet, or even really had a place set up. Now, before I had a place set up and everything, where it was basically just right-clicking on the ore with 3 units, hold it going like this, and then keep an inventory open, and then shift right-clicking every time I need to do it. I did this for a couple weeks in game, surprisingly. I wasn't really finding this boring at all, because the whole thrill of this was the one time I looked away. So the one moment I turned my back or go to do something else, I wasn't paying attention, the whole group got ambushed. Now, by what exactly? I remember it was Bone Dogs. Now, the Bone Dogs came in, about a group of 4 or 5 of them, and they just shredded my guys. Completely messed them up, and then left them really hurt. They're bleeding to death, and it was not looking good. Now, I was waiting for Ruka to get up while a group of slave mongers came from around this way, they were traveling on the road, and then saw the group over here. So I could see them like running over. I could see them like running over, like, you know, and I checked their name, Slave Monger, so I'm like, oh, that can't be good. So I have Ruka basically go into stealth mode and crawl away over to the copper ore vein over here, and I try to get her into Squin as fast as possible because she can't even walk at that point, or else I would have just picked up one of the units and brought them with her. But it was Swift and Heft that were just left there basically on the ground, and the slave mongers came over, patched them up, and then put them on their back. Now Swift was my starting unit, you know, my main guy, the leader, and then Heft was the second unit I got. I was now left with Ruka, just Ruka. And I was terrified, you know. I had no idea what type of like adventure was about to happen, because the slave mongers would travel through Squin back up near the hub, over up near Holy Territory. Before they hit the Holy Nation border, they were attacked by like dust bandits or something. This caused them to drop Swift and Heft like right around here. And I remember being able to get them back over to the rebel base over here. But that whole first time playing Kenshi and that first experience, I remember I had to hop off to go to work. That was definitely one of the huge things in like while I was gaming, out of like any game that I've really like reflected on afterwards. Be like, wow, that was a crazy fucking time. Like, because the possibilities are endless, you know. We could have been eaten alive by bone dogs, we could have been kidnapped by a different slaver group or cannibals, we could have been taken to the slave camps. The dust bandits actually managed to help us out in that one. Before I hop off this save file, I do want to check out, I think I owned one of these. Yeah, this house right here, this has to be mine. Okay, I can see now. I maybe used a few mods. I'm not sure if I did or not. No, I had to have. Unless I just named a random guy slave monger and dressed him up in slave gear. I don't think so. Let's see. My first little house was looking pretty nice. I had an armor storage. I was getting my armor stuff up. I haven't even done that in the Let's Struggle today. This is something I did in my first fucking save file, and I just don't do now. See, we got some prisoner cages, we got some training dummies backwards, clothing bench, lever tanning bench, alright. Research bench 3. This place, honestly, doesn't look too bad. I am only at 300 cat, though. So I'm guessing that's probably why I moved on from that save file. But now I want to go into my day save file. I named these ones day off of whatever day I was on. And it seems like this one is the latest one we have from the Platinum Platoon. 821k on day 139 with 48 members. Okay, let's check this out. So far I can't get any characters to load up. Maybe I need to put on mods, but hey, I can at least check out the base I had here. Yep, this is mine, Platinum Paradise. You can see we've made enemies with the settled nomads. And I had another outpost over here, which I definitely want to check out after. Let's see, I was growing some hemp here. I was growing some cactus, some wheat. I can see my defense for the gate right here. Honestly, it looks pretty clean, I think. Like, this base doesn't look too bad, honestly. Alright, so let me try and reload with mods and see if that works. Oh, fuck. I don't know how long that bottle was there, but... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Alright, we got people in this. I can see I got lots of different groups all sweat up. Oh, wait. Here he is. The other OG first character with strength level of 36 on day 139. Had plenty of athletics. Oh, I had him on weaponsmith and stuff. Both legs gone, using little hive legs. Oh, wow. This was like a blast to the past. Now I can remember this vividly. Here's Igor. I feel like this is a guy everybody would have loved in the series. I met him and I found him with this like little mask. You can see Steady dragging a beak thing. Like, what was I up to before I hopped off this save file? Oh, he's probably strength training. Let's see. Yeah, we got quite a bit of miners. We got lots of runners. Holy shit. So this was my group I would travel in packs with, because oh my god, you can see first guy's -8 attack. Okay, so we have a few 26. The highest we have is about a couple that have 40 or so, but a lot of these guys are almost useless. I probably still had plenty of fun adventures with them. Now we headed to the nomad camp. Oh yeah, I remember the last time I played, I slaughtered the nomad camp because they had kept on coming to my base and raiding it. But then they just kept on getting up too and stuff, so that was getting annoying. Alright, Owen can go there a lot faster, so I'll just send him. Yeah, oh my god. And then this is the OG base. It's honestly pretty good. I think I set up this other gate just because of self-convenience. It's not really fun having to send your guys through the water every time when you want to go on a supply run or something like that. And you can see I even went and did little touches like putting bar tables down here, so my guys all had places to sit because I didn't have a lot of them doing much stuff, honestly. You know, you can see how many people we have here just running around doing nothing. Yeah, we got lots of hungry bandits. Hungry Bandit Stump, Hungry Bandit Steve. I kidnapped the leader of a band of bones. So I did quite a bit. Let's see, did I take out the band? Yeah, I took out the band of bones down here. I haven't been there for time though, so they might have reclaimed that area by now, I'm not sure. The Dust King Tower also looks eliminated, yep. Tower of Ninjas, done, yep. Let's check out what we had for tech on this one. So, yeah, we made it to tech 4. Only took another 100 days from the other save file, but made it to tech 4. So yeah, I know now I would be able to play this if I played the save file through right now, and I was at day 139, we'd be a lot farther ahead or so. You know, I'm farther than this, and I think we're on day 70-ish on episode 14 of season 2 for the Let's Struggle. That's very cool to look at. Let's go check out some of these other buildings, see what I had in all of these places. Oh, nice. So I don't have any lights, but there's some beds. Oh, a robotics bench. So I did get a robotics bench set up at least. A bunch of cages for my prisoners. Some training dummies. I at least had everybody with training dummies, so everybody's melee attack is, you know, above 20, so they're all better than Dust Bandits for the most part. Ooh. Except down here, it's looking a little bit rougher. Over here, you can see I have the mines, a lot of production stuff. It's all placed pretty well, honestly. I probably made bases neater in the past than I do now. Now I just sort of like throw it wherever I think it's gonna look fine because I know I can do it later. But before I sort of just like didn't really have a clue about dismantling stuff as well. So I remember reloading saves just because I'd fuck up on a building spot, waiting a whole 3 minutes because I didn't know I could just dismantle the bee. See, in here we got a bunch of weapon cabinets, no weapons and stuff in them though, armor storages. So it looks like I was beginning to start production and figure out all this stuff. Looks like I did have jobs figured out a little bit. Doesn't look like they're doing very much though. But I think I think this might have been the one base I had video footage of in one of my mod videos. But let's go check out these other two last buildings over here. Okay, so there's nothing in this one. I guess I just set up this one for the time being. And over here, it looks like, yeah, we're producing some cactus rum. There's a general storage chest on here full of pretty much junk. And no one is doing anything. Oh, this save file is a mess, but honestly, I don't know. I think it's like not too bad. Like you could probably pick up off this save file and do like quite alright. It's not perfect by all means, fucking. It's pretty shit. But this was also my second base. I have the character Owen running over to the outpost right now, as the reason I left my first base and I didn't leave anyone back there was because we kept on getting attacked by Sheks from Squin and the Band of Bones. After taking out the Band of Bones, it didn't stop, and essentially everybody was just getting party wiped all the time, so it wasn't a lot of fun for me. But it didn't mean I really had to give up on this save file. I was probably at day like 60 or 70 when I moved bases. And I looked up on the Reddit, you know, on Google, just what are good places to settle in Kenshi. And I heard a lot of people talk about Shem and the swamp. So I settled on Shem, and that's one of the places I like the most out of Kenshi. At least I'm the most familiar with it, and I really like the landscape of it. Let's see. Looks like Owen has arrived, and is there anything here? I'm not sure why the outpost isn't here. Like, it says it's definitely here, but I guess it's just a bunch of lies. I do remember very clearly, though, having a base set up around here. It was not good. It had, like, walls all set up around here so I could at least give iron resource there. And then I had another set of walls on the outskirts of it. So that's a little bit disappointing, but what can you do? I mean, I remember leaving the base and it being taken over by either the Band of Bones or Shek Outcast, something of a sort. So, I mean, it could just be that they fucking ran the base down into submission and just destroyed everything. You never know, right? At least I did get to revisit some of my old save files and get to know more about how I used to play the game. Compared to now, I mean, I played with a lot of different units, at least for my main playthroughs. I don't really have too many skeletons here. The only skeleton I could find is Owen, so that's pretty funny compared to now where we have a bunch of skeletons as our top tier units. But I think it was a pretty good blast of a past. Now, I don't know if I'll ever play these save files again, but I know I'll be deleting my save files eventually because they take up a lot of room, so it is good to take a look at all of these. This one might be the one I saved though, because the amount of progress I made in it, well, it isn't a ton, it is still pretty good. For day 140, I definitely could have tried to do 2 heavy pole arms. What am I thinking? Yeah, like a shoddy great iron hat, man. I definitely wasn't playing the game to the best of my ability. Could have just been because I didn't have any at the time, so. With that, I'm going to end off the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this Kenshi video. If you guys want to see more videos in the style of this or checking out some other things in Kenshi, then let me know in the comment section below. I do appreciate all the support you guys have been leaving a shit ton, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.